employment has shifted from being a lifetime contract to a taxi cab relationship because organizations aren't permanent and perpetual, right? The average life expectancy of a Fortune 500 company when the first list came out in 1955 was 64 years. In the last list, which came out a month ago, it's 15 years. So if companies only last 14 or 15 years, then the notion that benefits will be linked to the employer, learnability will be linked to the employer is maybe a sort of assumption you have to challenge. And frankly, that notion of lifetime employment or organization man was only a sort of 50, 60-year time frame in the broad sweep of history. So you have to be careful with sort of believing that this is how the world worked. See, the notion that you can predict, and I know people feel technology is accelerating, but 50% of the jobs created in the US in every decade since the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000 didn't exist in the decade before that. So it's not clear you could actually predict that, oh, this is where the jobs will be in 1970s or 80s. In fact, we've studied at the National Skill Mission, 50 countries have done a report of jobs in 2030 in England, US in 2010. They have the efficacy of palm reading or astrology. You absolutely cannot predict the future. You have to be humble about that. But can you prepare for the future? Of course you can prepare for the future. There is a repair, prepare, and upgrade sort of continuum in my head. Repair is sort of last mile stuff. Prepare is obviously the fundamentals which you can't do quickly. But upgrade is a continuous sort of availability to you as whether to do MOOCs. Now, MOOCs have been a failure, right? Only 4% of people who sign up for MOOCs finish. But that's not true for people. And those people who finish are the ones who are doing upgrade. See, all of technology has been a big disappointment in education. I mean, we all know technology matters in education, we don't know how. But it's actually not a failure for upgrade. It's been a failure for prepare and repair at this point in time, because the motivation of the learner is you haven't been able to tackle that. So if you were to say that cost, quality, and quantity are the impossible trinity in education, right? You can raise cost and you kill quantity, you can raise quantity, but you kill quality. We thought that technology would be a solution. We may still be 1 or 2 iterations away from that. So I would say you have to think about repair, prepare, and upgrade as a continuum at an individual level, at an organizational level, and at a country level. And you have to really identify specific sort of interventions in all three. Every country, every company, and every individual needs all three.
And just in terms of sectors, because I think you deal with a wide spectrum of them, is there anything you'd call out that it's more urgent in a few sectors and not? Though I know the natural answer would be no, but...
I mean, see, the 3 industries which created TeamLease are on strike, right? Financial services, retail, and telecom. I mean, but FMCG, FMCD, other things are taking off at this point in time. And see, I'm the waiter in the restaurant, I'm not the chef. I don't really get to decide where jobs get created. I just figuring out how to, the heat map keeps sort of moving. But if you were to say in the next, not from the IT's perspective, though I'm willing to challenge some of the doom and gloom, IT employs 4 million people, I'm willing to bet that will be 7 million people 5 years from now, and I think hopefully Rishad will agree. So the notion that IT will be smaller than what it is sort of overblown. But if you were to take the fastest growing sector of the jobs in the Indian economy, they are sales and customer service. Now that's all kinds of sales. It's water filter sales, it's telecom sales, it's FMCG sales. We have 10,000 people selling seeds. We have 10,000, 20, 15,000 people selling mobile phones. And I'm in a different universe, right? I am at the bottom of the pyramid. But I would submit to say that even at the bottom of the pyramid, not sort of moving soft skills, not moving English. I mean, English is like Windows. It's an operating system, right? It's not a language. Your wage premium is 100% higher, at least in service jobs, if you can speak English well. And I know people get sensitive about English as sort of language and this thing, but English is a vocational skill. Soft skills are a vocational skill. So the definition of what is a vocational skill has shifted away from saying it's a specific plumber, carpenter. In a modern economy, China's farm to non-farm transition happened to factories. India's farm to non-farm transition is happening to sales, not even to services. So not for this audience, but in the world that I inhabit, right? We have hired somebody every 5 minutes for the last 5 years, but we've only hired 5% of the kids who came to us for a job. So does India have a jobs problem, or does India have an unemployability problem? I think we have an unemployability problem, and everybody has to think about repair, prepare, and upgrade.